back to Avengers Autos. Now imagine this situation. You are driving far away from the city. No perfect roads, no smooth asphalt, just broken paths, stones, maybe sand, maybe rain-soaked mud. Your phone signal is weak. Your passengers are already asking, "Are we there yet?" every 10 minutes. And in that exact moment, one SUV is not struggling at all. It is just moving forward like nothing matters. That SUV is the 2026-27 Toyota Land Cruiser. But here's the real question. In a world where SUVs are getting more luxurious, more digital and more expensive every year, does the Land Cruiser still deserve its legendary reputation? Or is it just living on an old name while modern rivals slowly take over? Because let's be honest, today every SUV looks premium in brochures. Every brand says off-road capable, but when reality hits, most of them panic the moment the road disappears. So in this review, we are going to talk like real users. No fake hype, no marketing drama, just truth. And stay till the end because the verdict might surprise you. Design. Let's start with the design. The 2026-27 Land Cruiser is not trying to look futuristic or flashy, and that's actually its biggest identity. It looks bold, boxy, and extremely functional. The front end is simple but powerful. A wide grille, sharp LED headlights, and a strong, upright stance. There's no unnecessary aggressive styling, no fake vents everywhere. No cup-style roofline trying to act sporty. It looks like it was designed with one purpose: survive anything. From the side, you see the real SUV DNA, high ground clearance, short overhangs, and a body that looks ready for mountains instead of malls. The wheel arches are muscular but not over-designed. At the rear, it stays practical again. Clean tail lamps, wide tailgate, and a design that prioritizes utility over attention. Now here's the honest feeling. If you want a car that screams luxury and turns heads in valet parking, this might feel a little too serious. But if you want a vehicle that looks like it, can survive the apocalypse without asking permission, this is exactly it. Interior. Now stepping inside. This is where Toyota has balanced tradition with modern comfort. You don't get a spaceship-style cabin. You get a solid, driver-focused layout. Big controls, proper buttons, and a dashboard that feels built for real use, not just aesthetics. Seats are wide, supportive, and designed for long-distance comfort. This is not a short city ride comfort setup. This is a drive 800-kilometer without pain setup. Rear passengers get generous space. Even tall adults can sit comfortably without complaining every 20 minutes. Materials are durable rather than ultra-luxury soft touch everywhere. And honestly, that makes sense. This is not a car you are supposed to treat like fragile furniture. Third row, if equipped, is present, but let's be real. It's usable mainly for kids or short trips. Still better than many competitors that just fake a third row for marketing. Storage is practical everywhere. Cup holders, deep door pockets, usable boot space, it all feels thought through. So overall interior summary. Not ultra-luxury, not cheap, just solid, durable, and built for life. Tech. Now coming to technology. The Land Cruiser finally steps into modern expectations. You get a large infotainment screen with smartphone connectivity, navigation, and updated UI. It is not the flashiest system in the world, but it is stable and responsive. Instrument cluster is partly digital depending on variant, giving you useful driving information without unnecessary distractions. Climate controls still use physical buttons, which honestly is a blessing. Because when you are off-road or driving rough terrain, you don't want to dig through touch menus just to adjust temperature. So Toyota clearly focused on usability instead of showing off. AI and driver assist. Now let's talk about smart systems. The 2026-27 Land Cruiser comes with modern driver assistance features, like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, emergency braking, and terrain response systems. It's not the kind of AI that tries to talk to you or behave like a digital assistant. Instead, it is quiet intelligence working in the background. On highways, it helps reduce fatigue. Off-road, it helps manage traction, braking, and wheel distribution depending on surface. So think of it like this. It doesn't drive for you. It supports you when things get difficult. And that's exactly how an SUV like this should behave. Performance concept. Now let's talk about performance philosophy. The Land Cruiser is not built to win drag races. It is built for torque, endurance, and reliability. You typically get strong turbocharged engine options depending on market, paired with a smooth automatic transmission tuned for control rather than aggression. Acceleration is not sports car fast, but it is confident and steady. What matters more is low-end torque. That means when you are climbing rocks, sand dunes, or steep hills, it doesn't hesitate. And this is where it separates itself from many luxury SUVs. Because some SUVs look powerful, but real stress exposes them. Land Cruiser doesn't care about drama. It just keeps moving. Driving feel. On-road driving is surprisingly comfortable. Highway stability is strong. Long journeys feel relaxed. Suspension absorbs bumps very well, but you still feel its size. It is a big SUV and it behaves like one. Steering is not sporty. It is light, predictable, and tuned for control rather than sharp cornering. In city traffic, you will notice its dimensions. But visibility is excellent, which helps reduce stress. Now off-road. This is where everything changes. It becomes completely different. Mud, sand, rocks, uneven paths. It doesn't panic. It doesn't struggle. It just adjusts and continues. The 4x4 system, low-range gearing, locking differentials, and terrain modes make it one of the most capable SUVs in the world. This is not marketing capability. This is real-world survival engineering. Safety. Safety is a strong point. You get multiple airbags, advanced stability systems, collision avoidance, lane assist, and reinforced body structure designed for harsh conditions. But more importantly, it's built with reliability mindset. Toyota doesn't just aim for crash protection. They aim for don't get into dangerous situations in the first place logic. Practicality. Now practicality is where Land Cruiser shines. Massive cargo space, strong towing ability, roof load capacity, and flexible seating make it ideal for long trips and adventure lifestyle. This is a vehicle for people who actually travel far distances, not just short city commutes. You can load luggage, camping gear, or family bags without worrying about space. But yes, fuel economy is not its strongest area. If fuel efficiency is your top priority, this is not your emotional choice. Market positioning. Now where does it sit in the market? The Land Cruiser sits in a very unique position. On one side, you have luxury SUVs like Range Rover, BMW X7, Mercedes GLS focused on comfort, tech, and status. On the other side, you have hardcore off-roaders that are raw but less comfortable. Land Cruiser sits in the middle, but leans heavily toward durability and reliability. It is not trying to be the most luxurious. It is trying to be the most dependable. Final verdict. So here's the honest conclusion. The 2026-27 Toyota Land Cruiser is not for everyone. If your life is about city driving, luxury interiors, and high-tech flashy screens, you will find better options elsewhere. But if your life demands real capability, long-distance reliability, off-road strength, and peace of mind in unpredictable conditions, then this SUV is still one of the strongest choices on the planet. Expected price will stay in the premium SUV segment, going from upper mid-range to full luxury territory depending on trim. Expected launch is around 2026-27, with global rollout phases. Outro. Now I want to ask you something honestly. If you had the money, would you go for a luxury SUV that feels like a tech palace but struggles off-road? Or would you pick something like the Land Cruiser? That may not be the flashiest in the showroom, but will never leave you stranded when the road disappears. Drop your answer in the comments. I really want to see which side you're on, and if you enjoyed this real no-nonsense breakdown, make sure you subscribe to Avengers Autos, like the video, and share it with someone who still believes an SUV should actually be able to handle rough roads, because in today's world, not every SUV deserves that badge. See you in the next one.